Yes, I welcome you all for another presentation on operational amplifier. And in today's presentation also, I would like to explain you one of the very important model question which has been asked in UPSC IAS 2007 in examination, right? So let us see this particular circuit. This is the given circuit which is asked in IAS 2007. In this circuit, you are asking to find out the output voltage V naught. The output voltage V naught. So this is the given circuit, by the way, right? Find the output voltage V naught, right? Oh, how to solve this question? How to solve this question? So carefully see these. How many stages are there? Basically, you can consider this is the first operational amplifier. This is the another operational amplifier. This is the another operational amplifier. Let us say that let us you can consider as this is the first stage. This is the second stage. This is the third stage, right? So you can treat them as first stage, second stage, and then third stage, right? This is the first, this is the second, this is the third stage, right? Now, so first of all, what to do is that for this op amp, consider the first stage, identify which configuration is used for this operational amplifier. So far, if you see our previous presentations, there we have covered that op amp is to be used in two configurations. One is inverting configuration, second one is the non-inverting configuration, right? First is the inverting configuration, second one is the non-inverting configuration. Those two configurations only the op amp can be used. As I already explained you that, so if the input, what is the input, by the way? 1 millivolt, 1 millivolt voltage is applied to the positive terminal of this first stage operational amplifier. So for this plus terminal, we have applied the input, whereas the minus terminal is grounded here, right? So minus terminal is grounded here. We are applying the input to the positive. Therefore, what type of configuration it is? It is non-inverting. Therefore, it is non-inverting. Is it not? This is non-inverting configuration. Say for example, if the input is applied to the minus, if the plus is kept ground without input, then that is called inverting configuration. Whereas as far as this circuit is concerned, for this first stage of the op amp, it is the input is applied to the positive, therefore it is called non-inverting amplifier. So means that what, for this first stage you need to find out what is the output here. This is the input, this is the output. Let us say that, let us say this is something V01, let us say V01, nothing but it is the output of the first stage, right? And the output V01 of the first stage becomes as input to the second stage. Now this is the second stage again. So for this second stage, what is the input? Whatever the output of the first stage, nothing but V01, that V01 becomes as input to this second stage, right? Now consider the second stage. Where is the input is applied? Means that here positive is grounded, positive terminal is grounded here, means for this minus terminal you are applying as input, means the first stage output becomes as an input to the second stage. So V01 now becomes input to the second stage. This input we are applying to the minus terminal where plus is grounded. So if the input is applied to the minus, then it is inverting. The second is now inverting. It is inverting stage, right? Therefore, for this inverting, you need to find out the output here. You need to find out the output here. Let us call it as something V02, right? Assume that the output of the second stage is V02, that is obtained with respect to this point, right? So now again, now this V02 becomes as input to the third stage. What is the third stage? Again, if you see the third stage op amp, the plus terminal is grounded here. So the plus is grounded, the input is applied to the minus sign. As we are applying the input to the minus sign, it is called as inverting. This is called as inverting. Therefore, in totality, the first one is non-inverting, the second one is the inverting, and the third one is also inverting. Is it not? So therefore, the output of the first stage becomes as input to the second, and again the output of the second becomes input to the third one, and finally we can get the output V naught. Clear? Right. Well, then for this first stage, non-inverting amplifier. So for this non-inverting amplifier, what is the output? What is the output? V naught is equal to Vi input into 1 plus Rf by R1. This is the formula. Right? For this first stage, what is the output actually? Means your V01 here. The output V01, let us, because we are calling it as V01. Therefore, V01 is equal to your input, Vi is nothing but input, into 1 plus Rf by R1. This is the formula. What is Vi? 1 millivolt. Therefore, here you can give 1 milli means 1 into 10 power minus 3 into 1 plus, what is your Rf? This is the Rf, 100 kilo ohm resistor. This resistor is called as your Rf. This is your Rf, wherever it, all are Rfs only. Here 470 can be considered as Rf for the second stage. Similarly, 22 is the Rf for this third stage. Okay, this is what your R1. So here for this it is R1. For this also you consider it as something R1 and R1. But all are different only. Don't treat it as common. For individual, if you consider this one, let us take this as R1. For this second, consider it as R1. For the third, consider it as R1. Right? Therefore, what is Rf? It is 100K by, what is R1? It is 10K. Therefore, K cancel, 10 times, means that it is 10 plus 1, 11, means 1 into 10 power minus 3 is 10 by 10 minus 3 only. 1 into 10, 11, means it is 11 millivolts. Therefore, you will get here 11 millivolts. This is what your V01. Therefore, here at V01, you will get 11 millivolts. Right? So, what is the output of the first stage? 11 millivolts. Likewise, you have to get. This is what the first output of the first stage. Now, coming to the second one. What is V02? What is V02? I am erasing this, right? So, let us calculate what is V02. Right? So, what is your V02? If you calculate the V02, and even I think for calculating the V02, I do not need the first stage, and I can remove here. The first stage already we have finished, no? Therefore, I can ignore this part which is not required now. I will solve here for, okay. Therefore, so here your input is here. Now your input is, it is how much? It is 11 millivolts. This is what, no? Now the second stage, if you consider, what is this? Now it is, the input is given to the minus terminal. It is called as inverting terminal. So what is V02? For the second stage, it is V02 is equal to input Vi into minus Rf by R1. This is the formula, which is already I explained in the previous presentation. What is Vi? This 11 millivolt becomes 11 into 10 power minus 3. 11 means 11 into 10 power minus 3. It is minus. As input is applied to minus terminal, that is why minus will come. What is Rf here? 470K. 470K by what is R1? It is R1 nothing but 47K. Clear? So this is thing. K cancel. 47 ones, 47 tens. Means that how much you will get? It is 11 into multiply with 10, means that is 110. Is it not? 10 power minus 3. Or simply you can say 11, 110 millivolts, otherwise 110 millivolts. That is what your V02. Okay, V02. But as we have minus sign is there, that minus will come here, minus also comes here, minus 110 millivolts. Do not neglect the minus sign. Minus sign is very, very important. Sometimes we will skip that. thereby you will get negative one, wrong answer. Okay, for non-inverting, I mean for inverting, you will get minus sign. So please remember that minus. So it is minus 110 millivolts. This is what your V02 means, that here it is 1 minus 110 millivolts is the answer at V02, at V02. But our target is to find out V0. This is what our interest. Now, okay, now coming, consider the third one. Already we have done, now we have calculated for the V02 for the second stage, that we have obtained minus 110 millivolts, right? Now come to the third one. For the third one, what is V0? So for that, what we need to do, even I can ignore the second step also here, right? I can ignore this one, right? And for this, to calculate the third one, again, what kind of amplifier it is? It is again the input is applied. Now minus 110 volt, minus 110 millivolts will be applied as input to the third one. Therefore, this is input. Now this is what output we have to find out. It is input is applied to the minus sign. Therefore, as we have applying the input to the minus sign, it is a inverting amplifier. So for inverting amplifier, what is V0 formula? So your V0 is equal to input into V in into, it is again minus RF by R1. This is equal to, what is your input? Input is nothing but minus 110 millivolt, means milli means 10 power minus 3. It is minus as per the formula. What is RF? 22 K by what is R1? 2.2 K. Therefore, both KK will cancel out. Then definitely what you will get? Minus into minus plus. It is 110 10 power minus 3. Then definitely how much it becomes? It is 22 by 2.2, means you can write like this. 222 by 22. You can write like this. Then 22 ones, 22 tens. Then this is equal to 110 into 10 power minus 3 into 10 actually. This is equal to, so here 10 is there, here 10 is there. 10 square means that how much? 11 into 10 power minus 1, or otherwise it is becomes 11 by 10 and it is equal to 1.1. It is 1.1 volts. 1.1 volts, right? That is your answer. 1.1 volt is the answer. Like this is what the answer for this question. Likewise, you have to solve the question, right? So I hope that you understood this problem well, and request you all to give your observations and positive or whatever the feedbacks, suggestions, and then and definitely don't forget to share this information to your friends, and we'll meet in the next subsequent presentation. Till then, have a good luck and have a beautiful day. Thank you for watching this video.